What's up, everybody? You guys already know what time it is with this guy. I stay pulling up. I don't talk about it. I stay about it. But anyways, people, as a reminder, this is a fitness channel with a twist. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about creatine and what it is. And today's twist is going to be Mr. Blue Devil and his boy, Mr. Afro Man. Mr. Afro Man, he's a hot topic right now. It seems like everybody's talking about him, you know what I mean? But I actually jotted down some notes right here because I listened to Mr. Torta's video. Pretty interesting, you know what I mean? He broke it down to a science, you know, and I see the change in Blue Torta, you know what I mean? So I got to give him his props, you know what I'm saying? I got to give him his flowers. But anyways, people, with that being said, like I said, this is a fitness channel with a twist. If you want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up. It's highpowerfitness, high_power_fitness_. Or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Now let's get to the topic at hand, what creatine is. It's a combination of 3 amino acids, arginine, glycine, and methionine. And then in your muscles, it combines with the phosphate to help you recycle ATP, or the energy currency in the muscles. Okay, people? So it helps you recover the energy. So it's good for helping you with heavy lifting. It also helps with muscle recovery. It also helps the strength of the muscles and the size of the muscles. There's different types of creatine. Sometimes people can be allergen to them, you know what I mean, allergic to them. So you might want to try a little first before taking the full dose that's recommended, okay? The 2 creatines that I believe to be the best are creatine ethyl ester and micronized creatine. That's my preference if I were to take it. I don't take it anymore. I used to in the past. Those are the 2 best that I believe. So if you decide to run a creatine supplement, I'd try either one of those. I don't have a specific brand. Just make sure to follow the dosage. But again, the reason I want to bring this up is because people keep asking me over and over, what is it? Okay. So I believe I gave you a quick little breakdown on what creatine is, people. It's beneficial, you know what I mean? So like I said, if you're trying to get bigger and need a booster and you're lifting weights, you might want to give it a try. You know what I'm saying? The last creatine that I took, it was a while back, it was Muscle Milk, and they removed it from the shelves. And I believe the reason why they moved it is because it was very powerful, man. I gotten so much strength, I almost thought it was like a steroid in a powder form, you know what I mean? But yeah, they removed it. They used to sell it at CVS and Walgreens and stuff like that. They removed it. It was in a purple bottle called Muscle Milk Creatine. My God, that stuff was so potent. But anyways, people, oh my goodness, I almost forgot my umbrella right here. It's just sitting right there in the back, baby. Can't do that. So anyways, another thing, people, real quick, a tip. For those of you that started your keto diet and you're starting to get the hang of it, you should add intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is simply cutting back on your meals and allowing your body more time to recover from insulin. Here are 3 tips for your intermittent fasting. Only eat when you're hungry. Skip breakfast and stop snacking. 3 tips of the day, baby. Do your thing, chicken wing. Don't talk about it, be about it. Well, anyways, people, let's get to the topic at hand now. The twist. Mr. Blue Devil. He's been popping up a whole lot in my feed, you know what I mean? I've subscribed to him just to show my support, you know what I mean? Because he's a homie, you know what I'm saying? Despite of our disagreements in the back, in the past, in the word exchanges, you know, that's unsettled business, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not going to go out of my way to go look for this individual. If we ever cross paths, you know what I mean, we'll chop it up and iron things out, you know what I'm saying? But now there's certain individuals that the stuff can never be corrected, and it is what it is. You guys know who I'm talking about, you know. So that guy's buried his ass a while back. From my understanding, he's off the grid. He's doing something different. I hope he sticks to it. You know what I mean? Maybe he might become successful in that craft that he decided to follow, instead of starting something and then falling off. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, Mr. Blue Devil was elaborating on the individual, Mr. Afro Man. You know, I couldn't agree with Blue Devil any more than what he was saying, the breakdown of way certain things was, up until we got to that 13 minutes and 2 seconds in on the video. He felt like he was disrespected towards the whole, towards our whole race, towards all of Raza. But if you sit and listen, what that individual said, the brother said, the guy that was interviewing him asked him about when did he start disliking that N-word, and he started disliking it because a Mexican used it to communicate with him. So that's when he frowned upon it the most. You know what I mean? But then he also breaks it down too. He ended up leaving. Okay, now this wasn't directed towards the raza. He said there was just too many people using it. It was out of control. So hypothetically, he was speaking that he had to go because he couldn't kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? Those were his choice words, you know. We say things during the heat of passion, and it is what it is. It's kind of like, I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday, I was watching a movie, this individual. It was a trippy movie. It was about Germans and stuff like that. But this individual was fucking blasting everybody around, and his biggest enemy right there, he let him ride. In my head, I'm thinking, why would you do that? Kill that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the way Mr. Afro Man was speaking that in the heat of passion right there. He was speaking, you know, because I've said things like that too. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I had to remove myself from certain areas because I would end up catching a case. I know myself. Why are you going to set yourself up? You know what I mean? It's just something you said. But a lot of times people out here on social media take shit the wrong way. You know what I mean? They receive it in a different manner than what it was pitched. You see what I'm saying? Because different areas receive things differently than from other areas. I probably fucking lost you guys on that one, right? But, you know, different meanings, you know what I mean? The way you express yourself, you know? And like I've said, let me take it back to back in the day. I remember I used to hearing the brothers, the way they speak, you know what I mean? I used to find it disrespectful. But then one time I was sitting there, at my bunk and listening, and it wasn't being disrespectful. That's just the way they communicate with one another. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the difference could come in, and I believe that's where Mr. Blue Devil misinterpreted what he said. You know, other than that, his reaction to that video was on point. You know what I mean? I get it. I gotta give the fucking torta his credit. You know what I mean? Give credit where credit is due. You know, like I've said, you know, people change here behind social media, and I'm not going to drop no names, you know what I mean? But I can tell you one thing. So far, this individual has pretty much scaled his way to changing his ways and beliefs here on social media. You know, I see he keeps it unbiased, you know what I mean? He speaks his mind, but yes, I do, and I feel the same way too. He gives the brothers his props, but, you know, that's his opinion, you know what I mean? You got to give flowers where flowers are due, regardless of the color, regardless of your religion. You know what I mean? If you deserve flowers, give that next man his flowers. You know, that's what I do, and that's what I'm going to keep on doing. But, yeah, so I figured I would elaborate a little bit just on this. Like I said, when I was listening to the video, and I was actually watching this one a little bit, because Mr. Afro Man, the first thing he caught me, he almost looked like a fucking Evil Knievel with the big old afro. You know what I mean? It just looked crazy. Or somebody from that movie Car Wash. And trust me, I'm not being fucking a racist about that, because I used to love that movie Car Wash, working at the car wash. That shit was a trip. You know what I mean? Come on now, really? Good times, all that shit. Sanford and Son, come on. Yeah. But anyways, people, yeah, Mr. Afro Man said he also mentioned too, we're hated by everybody, but everybody wants to imitate him. Hey, I call it how I see it. I see the same thing, you know what I mean? For me, myself, I'm against people that use that N-word, but I'm not going to sit there and correct them. The only ones I'll probably bring it to that I would bring to their attention are my homeboys. My homeboys, you know what I mean, if I see them. But I haven't heard any of the homies using that word, you know what I mean? It's a derogatory word. It puts down that race. But, you know, if they're willing to embrace it, they embrace it because they had their ways. You know, they were accepting it, I guess, to infuriate the people that were actually addressing them with that word. So by them accepting it, no longer hurted them. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. So at the end of the day, I couldn't be honest. You know, I mean, I couldn't be exact because I'm not a brother, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You know, hey, once again, I don't believe in the N-word. There's a lot of people that use it. It's like a trend. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? You know what I mean? Don't surround yourself by people that use it, or excuse yourself around the circle that you're in that chooses to use it. That's what I do. I can't participate with a bunch of individuals. If I were to close my eyes, I would think they were a bunch of brothers. You know what I mean? Nothing against the brothers. You know what I mean? I did time with some good ass brothers, and I did some time with some bitch ass brothers too. And that goes for all factions. You know what I mean? All ranflas, I should say, all cars, all groups. You know what I mean? Every car, every group has their poo butts and the righteous ones, the funny bunnies, and the undercovers. You know what I'm saying? The weasels, the corn dogs and shit like that. But anyways, people, that's enough rambling for me today. I'm going to bring this video to an end. It's shorter than the norm. Sun's out, guns out. You already know. Hey, let me bring something to your attention. This is why I don't really like wearing slingshots, because I feel like I'm all twisted up right there. Now I got to straighten up, you know, but it is what it is. Hey, so anyways, if you guys want to get started on your fitness journey, hit me up. It's highpowerfitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. I have a 3-month plan, guaranteed to work. You could lose 30 pounds of fat in my 3-month plan. People, what are you waiting for? Summer's right around the corner, baby. It's going to be knocking at your door. And once again, you're going to be that individual on the pool side, wearing that white t-shirt, soaking wet, looking sloppy as hell, giving everybody wet t-shirt contests, looking terrible. Come out that t-shirt this year, man. Stop it. Stop the procrastination. But anyways, get up and get yours. Let's do this.
Yeah. It's Coach Pedro in the building. High Power Fitness. We don't talk about it, we be about it. West Coast vibes, real grind, real game. Let's go. Rolling up early, sun ain't even rise yet. Mindset locked in, goal set, no regrets. Weights clank loud like a war zone echo. Discipline the weapon, every rep is a death blow. From the struggle to the hustle, we built this empire. No shortcuts, just sweat, pain, and fire. Nutrition dialed in, body sharp like a blade. Mental game strong, never fold, never fade. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth and grit. Every setback's a setup for a comeback hit. We break limits, crush vices, elevate the mind. High powers the movement, leave the weak behind. From the streets to the gym, it's the same mentality. Respect, loyalty, strength, that's reality. So if you're ready to transform, step in the zone. This ain't just fitness, it's a kingdom, a throne. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. This is High Power Fitness. You want change?